I understand that picking a university, picking a new course, even deciding what country you want to study in, whether for your undergrad, your master's or your PhD, can be quite daunting, and it can get a bit overwhelming as well, figuring out what exactly to do. And even for me, like, I found the process a bit overwhelming sometimes, especially with writing like the essays and the personal statements and applying and getting references and all of that. But I'm just going to share a few tips and advice based on my experience, and hopefully this will help when you're making your decision in terms of what you want to do with regards to your university plans. I came to the UK obviously, but with regards to that, I'll let you make that decision for yourself. But I would say you should consider things like opportunities after study. So if you're coming as an international student, you should look at things like, is there a visa that would allow me to work after study? Do you want to go back to your home country, or do you want to pursue your life outside your home country? So you need to think about those things and make your decision based on that. You could think of also things like proximity to your home country. If you want to take trips back home ever so often, you could think of a country that's close enough to home. Think about, there are different things as well, cultural differences, but I'm all for like taking up an adventure and going to some place that may seem new to you and just seeing how it goes. So don't be afraid to take that bold step in terms of picking what country you want to study, but think about things like where your career can go, opportunities within your field in that country. Next step is picking the university. For me, I looked at things like employability rankings. I looked at things like the university rankings as well. For the UK, we've got the Russell Group universities, which are like the leading research universities in the UK, and University of Nottingham was one of the universities, or is one of those universities, and that was a big deciding factor for me. I would say set your sights. You could search for universities based on that. You could look at rankings for your course and rankings for the country as well. Another deciding factor for me was the course I actually wanted to do. So I wanted to do a course that was both engineering and business, and the University of Nottingham had the sustainable energy and entrepreneurship course, and that was also a deciding factor for me in coming here. Apart from rankings, research, reputation, looking at the city as well, I would say I didn't particularly look at the city, but I would say looking at the city where the university is could support your decision. Another thing that you should look at is the alumni of the university, and for me that's something that I find important, because I want to see what kind of people does this university prepare the students to become. Of course, it's not the responsibility of who you become is not necessarily on the university, but sometimes the environment and the opportunities that are created within that university environment sort of tend to prepare the students in a certain way. So looking at who the alumni are, and also getting like advice from previous alumni and asking them what their experiences were. And there's also a website I tend to look at, which is called ratemyprofessors.com. So you can also look at that website, and it basically has student reviews of the university and of professors as well. So you can check out that website and see like reviews of the professors who would be teaching your course and reviews of the university. So we've picked the country you want to study, you pick the university, what next? Picking your course, I suppose, is also in line with picking your university, but I would say look at the modules that are being taught in the course and talk to students on the course. It's not enough to just look online and look at the website and see the modules. Sometimes what is on the website is different from what is actually delivered, and you find a lot of students coming and saying this is not what I expected what I feel like I was scammed. But there's so much you can get from a conversation with someone who's actually gone through that experience, and they can guide you and tell you this is what it really is in real life, and this is how you can get the best out of it, so you have a better idea of what the course really is beyond what's on the website, and you can get the most updated version when you're picking your course. And also pick something that you're truly passionate about, something that truly aligns with where you see your career going. Decide to come to the university, next thing is to think about your accommodation. I'd say do it as early as possible. If you can get it sorted three months before or 2 months before you come, that would be really beneficial. But obviously you have to be careful of exchanging money before you actually come to the country. I mean, I'm not going to say you should decide to go to student accommodation or private accommodation. That's really up to you. I went for private accommodation. I lived in a shared house, and we were 4 people in the house. And yeah, people can say sharing bathrooms is a nightmare. But I remember when I was coming and I was looking at houses, and my entire family was like, no, you're not going to share a bathroom with 4 people. But it turned out to be a lot better than I expected. Like, I feel like I just got blessed with the housemates that I got blessed with, e.g. the one making this video, James. Shout out to James Taylor and the other housemates. So we actually lived really well and respected each other, and I think like just, you know, pray you get good people. It's not as bad as it seems, but it's obviously cheaper to get private accommodation than to stay in student accommodation. So have conversations with people who are in the city. If you can, have conversations with alumni and see if they can help you view these houses before you make your decision. What else? Think about how close your house is to the university as well. I like to live close to the university, and that's what I did because it was literally walking distance. But if you choose to live further away, then you need to think about things like transportation. And in the city of Nottingham, we've got like bus passes and different passes for transportation. I would definitely, if you decide to come to Nottingham, I would definitely recommend getting the Robin Hood travel card. It covers all buses in the city of Nottingham and all trams, and I think it goes just for like 390 or 395 pounds a year for students. And trust me, you are going to use way more than that. Consider getting a travel pass because you will go out a lot, and obviously you're coming to university, you're going to meet loads of new people. You're going to want to explore the city, party, have dinners, do whatever you want to do. So you're going to need to travel a lot, and trust me, it may sound like a huge investment in the beginning, but you will spend much more than that when you get into the social. We've got like a whole freshers fair that runs for days when you first come, and there's like free food, free pizza everywhere. Even I was going around searching for free pizza when I graduated. But anyway, that's by the way. Yeah, it was really good that week because I was still working on my dissertation when the freshers were here, and I was getting free pizza and drinks. So anyway, that's a really great opportunity for you to also make lots of friends and meet people. There are so many events that you should go to, and I would recommend you go to them. Go to as many as you can in that first week. And in terms of socializing, I think that this mantra is something that you can apply. First of all, I think that you will meet the people that you're meant to meet when you're meant to meet them, so don't feel pressured. However, it's always good to get there early and get there first. When everyone is new, when everyone is fresh, try to find your community within the first couple of weeks. Try to make those bonds, try to do as many things with people as possible, because that's how you're going to build like your group of friends in those first few weeks, and this will like transition throughout the year. This is not saying that through the year, even if you don't make friends in Freshers Week, you will not make friends later on in the year. Of course you will, but also getting involved in different activities, whether it's in church or with the clubs or the societies, or just going out to different things. There's so many events that you can engage in. In terms of Nottingham, I given as much time as we needed if we're able to manage it. Now, I'm someone who does things last minute, and that's something I would not recommend. Do not do anything last minute. Try to start your coursework the minute you are given it. And I think a great tip is really if you can dedicate 1 hour of every day for reviewing your course, or studying. If you're doing 5 courses a semester or 4 courses a semester, dedicate 1 hour each day for each course, and do something for that course during that time. And it just helps you be better prepared for when the coursework comes. And when you first start your lectures, it's beneficial to find out all the software that may be relevant for that module, and try to start learning them as quickly as possible. Once again, I cannot overemphasize speaking to people who have been on that course. Speak to the alumni of the course. They will help you. They will tell you all the tips and tricks. They will tell you what their challenges were, how they solved problems quickly, and they will give you advice that you may never be able to get or figure out on your own, or it will take you too long to figure out. Basically, learn from the mistakes of those people. To help you find a balance, like overall with your life on campus, is if you can dedicate each day to something. So if you say Monday is my day to study, Tuesdays are my day to pray, Wednesdays are my days to check on family, Thursdays are my days to socialize and do whatever with friends, or Fridays, Saturday is my day for myself. So if you sort of have a routine, it's easier for you to balance the different areas of your life. And if you need to do something else, say on Thursdays that's your day to socialize, you need to work on your coursework, then it will just be a deviation from your routine, and that would just be for that particular time, but you would have been able to follow that routine for previous weeks. So basically, I hope everything I've shared would be beneficial and helpful to you. But overall, as long as you check out the details of the country that you want to study in, check out the details of the university in terms of future prospects, employability and rankings, make an effort to make friends in your first few weeks, because those would likely be the friends that will take you through your entire journey at uni. Schedule your study time. That is the reason you're here. Schedule it, prioritize it, and also try to schedule time for other activities so that you really have a well-rounded experience and you're not falling out of balance in one thing and doing the most at one thing. So schedule. Do not procrastinate. Do not do things last minute, and hopefully you would have a fun experience, because being at uni is amazing. You're going to meet people from different cultures. You're literally in a room with people with every background: computer science, engineering, medicine, social sciences. You can make the most of it to do anything you want to do, and see if you can start a business while at it, or find a person to partner with and start a new venture. So being at uni is fun and exciting, and I really had an amazing year, and I hope you will too, on whatever decision or path you choose to take. Thank you.